When I was in KL, I overdosed on Remley burgers. Okay, I know I'm a goof. I probably had you worried there. I had so many Remley burgers that it made me sick, but I was so happy when I did. I'm going to be talking about food again today because Malaysians love hearing me talk about food, it seems. And these are the next three things that I love in Malaysia. These are three foods that I've never had anywhere else in the world. And for me, like sing tune of the heart of Malaysia. I've already talked about nasi lemak, so I can't talk about that in this video, but this kind of rounds out all of my favorite foods. So at the end of today's video, you're gonna know all my favorite foods in Malaysia until I go back and you feed me some more. So I wasn't gonna start with Remley Burger, but I was so tempted by that really cheesy opening line of the video. So we're gonna start there. So we went to Subenjaya at this vendor. I don't know, it was at the side of the road or something, but I was told that this is the best Remley burger in KL. So we went, okay? And I think it was around sunset, which is, I don't know, I don't remember what time sunset is there. It's the same, because you're on the equator, it's almost the same time every day, right? So it was around sunset. And there's a bit of a line, but not too crazy. I don't think it was eating hour yet. And I went and I waited quite a long time for my Remley burger, and I ordered one. For those of you who do not know what a Remley burger is, it's something I have been so excited to try because I'm all about the sauces and the condiments. Basically, it's a burger. It's a Malaysian dish, and it's a burger that's fried on a flat top grill. Okay, and so they put the burger on the grill, they smash the patty, and then they crack an egg on it, and then they no, they crack an egg like beside the burger, and they cook the egg. While they're cooking the egg, they put a bunch of different sauces on the burger. Then they put a bunch of different sauces on the egg, and they like melt cheese on the burger and the egg. Then they put it all together, and they like wrap it together, and then they put more sauce on it. It's like endless sauce, 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 which I'm all about. I think a lot of Westerners like don't like too much sauce, but I do. And I was very excited. I watched, I think, dozens of videos on Remley Burger. It was one of the most it was one of the things I was most excited to eat when I got to KL. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. They grill the bun too, and they even put a bunch of sauce in the bun. They might even wrap the bun. I think they even like grill the bun, and it's like a double wrapped bun. And it's a lot of layers, a lot of stuff, and a lot of sauce. And they give it to me. Okay, and I waited a long time for my Remley burger, and I got it. No, 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 no. I ate it up, and it was so amazing. It was by far the best burger I'd had in my life. And so I went right back in line, and I was like, I didn't buy enough Remley burgers, and I ordered two more. And so that's when I overdosed because after eating the other two Remley burgers, I felt really sick. That was a lot of sauce and a lot of fat and a lot of Remley. But it was delicious. But that was definitely my only Remley burger experience while I was in Malaysia because three in one sitting was just enough to say that I had enough for that trip. But I'll always remember the Remley burger. You cannot get anything close to that in Canada. And it is amazing. If you're going to Malaysia, you have to try the Remley burger. Don't go to a restaurant. Don't go somewhere fancy to get a Remley burger. Just go to a street vendor. You're going to get the best experience there, and you're supporting a local. Next. Ooh, what am I going to mention next? So, oh yeah. Roti Canai, man. Roti Canai has to be one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. I was shocked. Mind completely blown. So for those of you who don't know what Roti Canai is, if you are Canadian, you probably don't even get what roti is. I think most Canadians think roti is like when you get like there's so many different styles of roti. But what Canadians usually think of is like a flat hard roti that's been like filled. They're thinking Jamaican roti. So it's a flat, hard wheat roti that is like filled with curry like chicken curry or beef curry or oxtail curry, and then it's like rolled up and it's like this giant kind of like a burrito type thing. That's what a Canadian is probably going to think of when they think of roti. But of course, roti is a word for bread. And generally, roti is like a flatbread style, but there are many different styles of roti. I think the closest thing you get in the West is paratha. I mean, don't get mad at me if I named the wrong roti, but that's the closest thing we could kind of have in Canada to roti canai, which they very much do not have. I did go to a fake Malaysian restaurant recently, and everything we ordered was definitely not Malaysian at all, and was not even being anywhere close as good as something you get in Malaysia. And they did have roti canai on the menu, and it was just paratha, which paratha is delicious, but it was not roti canai, and it was so sad because when I saw they had roti canai on the menu, I was very excited. Okay. Anyway, so I'm in Malaysia, and I think I have roti canai almost every day because it's incredible. Oh, so what roti canai is, I'm probably going to explain it wrong, but it's like a really thin, fluffy roti. And basically, it's like stretched really thin, and they're cooking it on a flat top, and then they're like layering it with butter, and they just like stretch it really thin, and they cook it, and they layer it with butter, and then they fold it, and layer it with butter, and fold it, and it's like this endless folds of butter and pastry, and it is just mind blowing. And then you eat it, and it's like stretchy and crispy at the same time. It is unbelievable. It is my favorite side. If I come to visit you in Malaysia, okay, or I'm going to your restaurant, or I'm coming to your stall, and you see me, you know that what I want. I want that roti canai. So have it ready for me. It is one of my favorite foods, and I hate it at the same time because I haven't had it in over a year, and I'm so mad. I know something so delicious exists, and I can't have it. Number 3, Stingray. I never thought I'd eat a stingray in my life. The last interaction I had with a stingray was petting them at the Toronto Aquarium, petting baby stingrays. Oh my God, they are so cute. And they're very friendly. They come up to you. They love being pet. And so I didn't feel great about eating a stingray, okay? And when I went to KL, I wasn't a big meat eater yet. I was just kind of dipping my baby toe into eating meat. So eating a stingray to me, that's like eating like a cute kitten, you know? Like, I was like, what is going to go on here? I don't want to eat the stingray. They're adorable. I pet a bunch of babies. I don't feel good about it. Technically, I pet manta rays, okay? I didn't pet stingrays. I pet manta rays. I don't know how different they are. Maybe I should have looked that up before I started talking about it. But hey, here I am making a fool of myself like usual. So, surprised? Probably not. So we went to Jalan to eat stingray. It was on one of the last few days of being in Malaysia before returning to Canada. And I was fat. I was so fat. I was bulging out of my clothes. I remember seeing pictures of the last few days. Oh my gosh. If I ever when I get really buff and I get to my fitness goals, I'm gonna show that as the before picture, which is like really exaggerated because like I'm usually like slimmer, much slimmer, but like I was bulging out of my shirt, and oh, it was really crazy how much weight I gained in Malaysia because the food's so good. And you guys eat a lot and often. I'm not like in Canada, the food's so bad here. We eat like one meal a day, like maybe 2 meals. And then, now I focus a lot on my health and we cook really good food at home. So I'm eating 3 square meals, getting a lot of protein in because I'm bulking. Back to the stingrays, okay? Jalan, we walked in the street. This is also the night that I had the durian puffs that I talked about in, was it 2 videos ago? Oh my God, those durian puffs were good. So I'm full, okay? And I had Rojak in the market. I had like 2 servings of Rojak from different stalls because I'm like, I need some fiber. I need some fruit in my body. And I love the fruit. You cannot get fruit like that in Canada, man. Okay, bro, it is not good here. It is. I've always loved fruit, but like now, Malaysia kind of ruined it for me because it's so much better there. So I was full because I already stuffed myself up with Rojak because I'm like, I need some firing. Fatty's got to get stuff moving here. So we sit down to eat stingray, and we order 3 stingrays for the table. And I was like, I'm just gonna watch you guys. Don't worry about it. I don't even want stingray. I don't want to taste your cute little kitten stingray because I am opposed. I'm morally opposed to eating this adorable animal. And we ordered the stingray. Of course, stingray takes a long time to cook, so we waited. Did I digest my food yet? No. I was basically the last 4 days of my trip. I was permanently full. I'd eaten so much in Asia that I don't think my body could handle anymore. And I was just like, I ate very minimally. It was just force feeding myself for flavor because I couldn't handle it anymore. So the stingray is in front of us, and I was told you have to try just one bite, just one bite. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just gonna have one bite. They ordered an extra one because they knew I'd want more. And I'm like, nah. You guys enjoy your stingray. I'm not gonna want more. Like, first of all, I don't want to eat it, and second of all, I'm so full. I feel like I could pass out. Stingray. You got to try it. I was so shocked how delicious. The texture is like tough but chewy at the same time, and it like melts in your mouth like butter. And it is the best tasting fish I've ever had. It is incredible. Aside from Mummy's Tingiri, okay? Don't tell Mummy I said the stingray was better. Mummy's Tingiri is better, but okay. It's the second best fish I've ever had.